Hey, it's Kim Commando Today, your daily podcast to keep you up to date with all things digital and beyond. And I'd love to have you be a part of our podcast. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Just head over to commando.com, and on the top right, there's a button that says Email Kim. Fill that out, and that's it. Do you like to take baths?
You've changed to where you just want to start every single show out with a nonsensical, weird question.
Well, do you like to take baths?
I do.
Really?
See, why ask if you're just going to? Yeah, you don't like to take baths?
No, I can't stand to take a bath.
I like to shave in the bath.
Ew, but then all that stuff goes in the water.
It's not a full bath. The bathtub is empty while I'm shaving. And then I wash everything down, and then I clean myself.
Okay, wait. So you're sitting in the bathtub with no water in it?
No water.
Okay, completely naked.
Well, yeah, it's a bathtub.
Okay, and you shave naked and sitting there.
The bathtub has a hand sprayer thing.
Yeah.
So I have that going, and then I shave my head, and I shave my face, and then I use the hand thing to clean out the razor. And then once that it's all down the drain, then I take a bath and get clean.
See, that's why people should not take baths. I mean, because it's not like you get clean. It's like, you're like you're sitting in your own stuff.
Okay.
I mean, don't you have like little hairs like the next day or like
you
later
wash
on?
it down the drain. There's a drain there. Once you open the drain, everything that's in the bath, it leaves, goes right out.
Wouldn't most people like do what you do like in the shower? So like this way it can just goes right over you?
Yeah, you can do that,
You're
but
not,
then you
like,
get to take a
sitting there?
relaxing bath afterwards.
Do you use like scents or anything like lavender?
Yeah, I have scents.
Okay, just
Bubble bath.
little bath bombs.
Yeah.
I see. Well, the reason why I bring this up is that there's a new
I'm dying to find out why you're going to bring this up.
there's a new invention.
Okay.
It's the human washer machine.
So like a clothes washer, but for people.
Yeah, and it looks like kind of like a jet cockpit.
Okay.
And so like you lift it up, you get in, you press a few buttons, and then it has, of course, AI built in. And it knows if you're stressed or anything like that, so it might make the water a little bit warmer.
Oh, okay.
And then it has all the soap. And so you just like sit there for 15 minutes and it goes, and then you're clean.
Wait a minute. You said it looks like a jet cockpit. So it has a roof?
Yes. Yeah, it's like a washing machine. You get in.
Okay. So I'm fully going to be covered in water and soap like a car wash? Like one of those car washes you go to and pulls you through?
Here, I think we have a picture of it.
Let me see this.
There it is. See it?
That looks like a time travel device more than it does a human. You're sitting down. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all.
It takes like 15 minutes.
I'd like to try that.
Would you?
Yeah, you wouldn't?
I would be afraid of getting stuck in there and like in the water, like wouldn't be able to like be turned off because there was somebody did a software update.
You get blue screen of death as you drowned.
And you're going like, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out.
It's you holding a rubber ducky, floating, drowned in the... It doesn't fill up with water though, right? It's like sprayers and stuff.
Well, it could fill up if there was a glitch or something like that.
That's true. I'm sure there's an emergency something you can pull.
And then also,
I wouldn't be able to shave in there though.
But you could also get music.
See, you're selling me on this.
I mean, it'd be nice if you're stressed out. You could have like little calm music.
Do we have a price tag?
Not yet. I think they're like a couple of years away.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be like 10 grand.
Well, I mean, a tub is like 7.
I mean, all this stuff, it always comes out with like 10 grand.
Yeah, they just slap a price on it. They don't care.
But you can also, I think they're going to ship it first to Washington State.
The non-confidence you had in that joke was so apparent.
Was it? You're like,
Washington?
Well, get it washed.
I know, I understood it. Don't you worry.
We could have music.
Okay, who would the music be by?
Twist and shout. Because you're like a washer machine. Like
shout is the play on words?
Well, no, because you're twisting like a washer machine.
Okay, all right. Good job, Kim. I'm so proud of you.
I'm working this. I'm trying. I'm doing the best job that I can.
You're doing a bang-up job.
Did I tell you I was in the Radio Hall of Fame?
I hope they're not listening. They're going to take that back.
Like, oh, I think we made a mistake.
Must have been a clerical error.
There was a problem there. There's a whole problem there. All right. On that happy note, welcome. It's Kim Commando Today. It's your fun podcast about all things digital. We even talk about washing machines,
of course,
and tech, and all that other good stuff. I think we're like 100 people away.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. So, I mean, by Monday, we have to have at least 100,000.
Well, we've been averaging 100 a day. So
Have we?
we should be there by Monday. We'd be 100,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kim Commando. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do this show. We stream it live on the internet. And if you want to know when we go live, when we drop a new short, just hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it on our YouTube channel. Also, drop a comment. It helps the algorithm think we're amazing. So more people find us and we can get to 200,000.
500,000.
550,000?
What do you have coming up?
We have the safest way to drive on the roads today.
Awesome. I like that. We need that. This is important stuff.
It's a public service.
It is. This is like information that people can't get anywhere else.
Oh, I got it from the internet, so they could go there.
Oh, well, there you go. Thanks for like blowing everything. I was just there. I'm like setting us up to be like the exclusive things of everything. And
but now you don't have to. You'll get everything. You'll get the top things that are going on the internet. You'll get that tip. You won't have to go anywhere else.
And great jokes.
You might have to go somewhere else for great jokes.
All right. So Monday, I'm giving away the iPhone 16.
Right.
And so last chance for you to enter to win. Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, winfromkim.com. And then on Tuesday, we start our new contest. And I think it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Because I think we've done 2 iPhones.
Right.
I think that's enough.
Okay.
So we're going to be giving away a $500 Amazon gift card that you can use for like Christmas presents.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
just in time for the holidays. Makes sense.
All right. So here are some things that are coming up, or here are 5 things that you need to know about that is happening in the tech world right now. We actually wrote about these in our newsletter called
The Current?
Mm-hmm. You know, The Current is inching towards 600,000 subscribers.
And how long? Like 2.5 years, something like that?
Oh, no. It'll be 2 years in March.
2 years. Okay.
I mean, so we're still in the 1.5, 1 3/4.
Still a toddler.
Oh, baby, we're in diapers. All right. I hate to start things out with sad news because you know me. I'm always happy.
Always.
I mean,
unless you're not.
Which is not a lot of the time. So there's a 79-year-old guy in New York, and he is convinced that he is going to marry the WWE wrestler Alexa Bliss.
How old is he?
79.
Poor dude. I got to see what Alexa Bliss looks like.
Yeah, let's look. I'm telling the story. You look it up.
Yeah.
He has given Alexa Bliss, the scammer, nearly $1 million. They've drained.
Oh my gosh!
They've drained all his retirement savings. They even drained his granddaughter's college fund, her 529 account. The saddest part is that when the son got wind of all this, and he went into his father's account and got $100,000 and said, "You know what, Dad, you can't give the $100,000. I mean, we need to save something, and this is a total scam, and you don't need to be doing this." Is the 79-year-old man sued his son
to get his money back?
To get the $100,000
to give it to the scammers.
Yep, he gave it to the scammer, and then he disowned his son, took him out of the will, and everything, and now they're not talking.
Of course, it's heartbreaking.
Let me see what she looks like. I don't know what she looks like. Oh, she's hot.
Well, of course.
Okay. If you're 79,
yeah,
and how old is she? 30?
Yeah, I would guess.
Okay,
33.
Okay, some 33-year-old hot blonde wrestler wants to marry you and needs your money in order to marry you. Pretty safe bet. Scam.
She's married to the lead singer of Rubik's Groove.
Never heard of him.
This guy right here.
Might be better off with the 79-year-old guy.
He was loaded. I've never heard of Rubik's Groove.
Me neither. Heard of Rubik's Cube, anything like that? I'm not sure. Isn't that sad, though?
That's heartbreaking, especially it's breaking up families.
Yes.
And you think the scammers would just take a little bit and then leave.
No.
But they don't. Once they find a mark, they just keep going and going and going and going.
They got the $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
They got the kids' college fund, grandchildren's college fund. And then the last $100,000 that the son was able to save and put into a different account. And they got that too. And now he's not talking to his son. And the son is like, I don't know what, this is not my father.
And he's broke.
He's broke. Isn't that
heartbreaking?
Crazy? It is very heartbreaking. All right. Have you ever asked an AI chatbot a medical question?
No.
No, really?
Mm-mm. It's
None?
more writing and pictures, but never advice at all.
You've never, really?
No, actually, no, that's not true. I'm going to take a vacation at the end of December. Oh, by the way, I need some time off. I'm going to take a vacation.
Thanks for letting me know.
At the end of December.
Where are you going?
That was the thing.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. We didn't know where to go. We got 4 days, and we're going to fly anywhere. And so we just picked some places, and then I went to ChatGPT, and I said, give me an itinerary for 4 days in this spot, and 4 days in this spot, and 4 days in this spot, so we could compare and contrast. So that would be advice. That would be under the advice.
I did that. I used ChatGPT to plan our European trip.
Yeah.
Are you going to like Yuma or something like that?
No, not that exotic.
I see.
Casa Grande.
Oh, they have outlet malls there. You can spend the whole day at the food court.
ChatGPT said the first day go to the outlet mall, then go to the casino, and then just go home. It said don't even stay the other 3 days.
While you're down there, I own some land down there.
Check it out for you.
Check it out. I haven't seen it for like 3 years. There's probably some squatter on it or something
I'll
like
bring
that.
a broom, clean it up for you.
No, last time I looked at it, it had like tumbleweeds going
The
across.
one thing I wanted to do is go to like Maine and go to Maine, Connecticut, New Hampshire.
It's awfully
all
cold
those,
then.
Yeah, that was the thing ChatGPT
You want to do
said.
that in the fall.
Yeah, they said you got to be prepared. It could be nights as low as -2 degrees in late December. And so we threw that one out.
No, that was
but it was really cool because it calculated everything, the amount of drive time we would need, the amount of time we could rest, and everything. It was really neat.
No, it's great. So I used it, and I said, I want to go from Los Angeles to Paris. Kind of the same thing you guys are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then where could I go after that? That's like within an hour flight. And so it said you could go to Geneva, Vienna, Berlin, and so that's how I kind of did all that.
Yeah, you don't have to do all the searching. It works just for you.
All right, but the reason why I bring this up is that if you have medical issues and you're not 100% convinced that your doctor knows what he or she is doing, is that you can upload it to ChatGPT and say, like, what the heck's going on? And it's going to be probably 90% accurate in its results versus a doctor at 76%.
But now the entire world has all my medical.
Well, what you want to do is redact everything. So you can take out your name. But, you can redact everything, but that still knows who you are because it's tracking you by your IP address and if you signed in and all that other good stuff. But, if you're sitting there and you're like wondering what the heck's going on with you.
You would put medical information in ChatGPT knowing that it's going to use that throughout the entire globe.
Yeah, I would. I mean, if I was sick, absolutely, 100%.
Wow.
Because then it would go through, it would tell me like any type of clinical trials that are going on. Mm-hmm. And if you have some doctor who's like 75% sure what's going on versus 90%, I mean, that's a big spread.
But you don't even use an Alexa because you think they're listening in on you, and you're going to put your medical records in ChatGPT.
I got over that years ago.
Okay, good.
Remember, I had Astra walking all around the house, mapping the whole thing. I got Roombas. They know everything. They are, and I think about it, they've been sucking up dirt on me for years.
That was a freewheeler right there. You freestyled that one.
Sad story coming to us from a private school in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Last year, a little creepo kid, you know the story.
I saw the story, yeah.
Yeah. Did all these deep fakes of one girl and then did it like up to 50 girls. And then the headmaster knew all about this was going on and they didn't do anything for a year.
Nothing. I mean, everybody in the school knew. Right. Multiple teachers, counselors, the headmaster, everyone knew. And they did nothing. They just let this kid get away with this.
And now they're trying to figure out the laws because they're saying that maybe he has been arrested. Mm-hmm. But do the laws really apply to AI-generated kiddie porn, which they don't, because the laws apply to real images.
Right.
And so now, meanwhile, you got all these girls who are devastated.
But it's still harassment. Even if you're not going to go to that point of getting the law involved, it's harassment. And the school should have done something about that in the moment a year ago.
I'm surprised the parents let him sit there for a year.
That's true. Didn't take him somewhere else?
Yes.
Uproot him and go to another school?
Now, what would you do because you are such a great dad.
Thank you.
What would you do if there were images of your kids like this floating around in a school?
I mean, what can you do? Once they're on Snapchat, they're everywhere. They're out. I would ask my kids, what do they want? Would they be more comfortable if we moved schools? Would they be more comfortable if I went down there and addressed the school? My son doesn't like me talking to his teacher.
Really?
Yeah, because he has this thing about like causing a ruckus. He doesn't like ruckuses.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't like to rock the boat. He wants everyone just to be happy all the time. That's why he's a rule follower. Refuses. I could make up any rule. I'll be like, for now on, every single time before you go to bed, you got to say, I love goats. And I would hear down the hall, love goats, right, Dad? I mean, he's just a rule follower. But I would actually talk to them. And that's when the communication is needed the most in a situation like that. And you have to be open and honest with your kids and say, this is what's going on. This is it's awful, but how are we going to handle it?
God, I would be so pissed.
Well, yeah, I would be pissed. I didn't think that was an option. I didn't think I'd have to go ahead and tell you that.
I'd be fuming.
It'd be devastating.
Yes. And the poor little, and so these girls are sitting there. So, they're probably going to have to take it up in Congress.
Yeah.
Put some rules down on that. But no, really bad. So, so I just wrote a USA Today story that will go out to the New York Post and everywhere else about how this holiday season, you might want to ask people in your family not to post pictures of your kids on social media. And you might not want to. Maybe do like what Zuckerberg does. He puts like the emoji over their face.
Mm-hmm.
And so that this way they're still in the photo, but you don't see their face. So that this way they can't really be deep faked at that point.
But is there really a concern with the general thing? I mean, all the ones I hear about are calculated, like the person, or it's revenge porn or something like that.
There are all the sickos on the internet that are grabbing pictures of any kid that they can.
Okay.
And then
doing what they will.
Which is gross. Just disgusting.
It's awful.
All right. So meanwhile, aloha.
Hi.
Mahalo.
Goodbye.
We're going to Kauai.
We're going to Kauai?
Yes.
The show is?
No,
We're going to do live shows. Did you hear that, everybody? This is awesome. When do we leave?
Well, in Kauai, they were having trouble getting some newscasters to work there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little island.
Mm-hmm.
Probably doesn't pay very much. And so they decided, the Garden Isle newspaper and TV station, that they would hire a couple of AI bots. John and Rose, I think are their names. James and Rose. And they were doing pretty well for a couple of months.
Now, this was just on social media, though, right?
Yes.
Not on television, but these were all their videos that they were posting on Instagram.
Correct. And also on their YouTube channel, things like that. And they had sponsors by Long's Drugs, which, makes total sense. Having lived in Hawaii, everybody goes to Long's Drugs. Okay. I mean, if you need a prescription, you go to Long's. If you need batteries, you go to Long's. If you need slippers, you go to Long's. I mean,
fair.
Whatever
it's
it is.
It's like a Walgreens.
Yeah, but and then also and if you live there, you go to Long's and you get the special flip-flops or slippers that say local on them.
Oh.
So only locals,
of course,
wear those.
They won't sell them to you if you're from Idaho.
So here, take a look at James and Rose.
James, can you tell us more about the significant drop in the number of visitors to Kauai and how it affected spending?
Rose, in September, visitor spending on Kauai dropped to $211.4 million from $236.7 million in September 2023.
Okay, pretty dry.
It's windy in the back.
Well, it's always windy on Kauai. I mean, it is. Well, guess what? They are hashtag open to work. They got fired.
Why did they get fired? You can't fire AI.
They got fired.
Just delete them.
Nobody's watching.
No?
No.
It didn't resonate?
No. They did not become part of anybody's ohana.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what ohana is?
No, that's why I said I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, so I was remodeling a house in Maui.
Wow, I was just hoping for a definition. I didn't know we were going to get a life story here.
Okay, remember whose name is on the building.
Kim. Okay, got it.
Okay.
You were saying?
I'm so interested in this. So I was remodeling a house in Maui, and the guy was supposed to do the paint. He was come over to paint the bedrooms and stuff on the inside.
Sure.
Okay. And this is not my first time remodeling a house in Maui. So it's like my third time. And so I kind of, if they say they're going to show up at 8, maybe 10.
Okay.
Okay, that's just the way it is. This is island time.
It's the culture.
Yes. Okay, so I'm sitting there, and I don't know, Ian and Barry were gone, and the front doorbell rings, and the guy's standing there, and he's got his paint gear on, and it's like 10 o'clock, and I said, "Hey, you guys here to paint?" And I said, "Where's everybody?" He was like, "No, just me." He said, "Because my brother and everybody, there's good surf up on the north side, and so they'll probably be here." Probably around noon or something like that. So I look at him and go, all right. okay, see you then. And he goes, oh, okay. And I just like, okay, I'm going to go to work now. And I'll see you like when the whole crew comes in. Okay. And I closed the door on him. So like 2 minutes later, ding dong. And I open the door. I'm like, hi. And the guy's standing there. And he said, and he's holding his ukulele. And he takes off his slippers, his shoes, flip flops, whatever you want to call it. And he's like working his way into the house. And I said, so what are you doing? And he said, Kim, you're like my Ohana. He said, I come in, I play my ukulele, we talk story. Just want the liver painted, all right? Okay. Ohana.
Means grandmother.
No.
Okay, that's what he was
Thank you.
saying. You're like his grandma.
Family.
Oh, family.
Family.
Oh, my bad. My
Yes.
bad.
Not quite as great. And by the way, they wouldn't say grandmother.
No?
No, they say auntie.
Oh, okay.
Auntie.
Well,
But-
that's sweet.
yes.
Did you ever get your house painted? This story didn't end with you getting your house
no,
painted.
I did eventually. The guy showed up at and it was actually kind of funny because the painter showed up at 10, or pardon me, at noon, but nobody brought the paint because their cousin out in the upcountry had the paint, but he didn't.
There's a good
go.
surf there. You
But
can't show up with any
He didn't
paint.
go surfing that day, so therefore we didn't get the paint.
That's hilarious.
It was, you just had to kind of like roll with it. And, Barry had no patience with this.
I'm sure.
And so that's why I'm like, I would always tell him, like, you know what, small island, I'll take care of everything. Okay?
You go. That's why Barry was gone. You threw him out of the house.
Let's see. A church in Switzerland, Lucerne, Switzerland. Have you been there?
To Switzerland? No.
It's a beautiful country.
Okay.
And Lucerne is a beautiful community and lake, just to let you know, where I'm trying to think, the color of the lake is like a effervescent light blue
Okay.
because of all the minerals that come down from the Alps.
Sounds beautiful.
Little fun fact for you.
Thank you.
Well, a church in Switzerland has unveiled the AI Jesus.
Yeah.
The digital confessional booth dishes out advice in 100 languages.
I'm not the biggest religious person. This sounds like a false prophet to me. I mean, seriously.
Really?
You're going to go and tell your confessions to a computer that's pretending that it's Jesus, the Lord? Sounds like a false prophet.
Forgive me, Father, for AI sinned.
I think you already did that one. I think I already heard that one.
Oh, come on. Don't be cross with me.
Would you confess to an AI Jesus?
Okay, well, this is a whole other issue. Okay, I'm Catholic.
Right.
Okay, I've been Catholic my whole life.
Right.
I had a little bit of a time where I was Jewish.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, I went to the whole mikvah and everything.
That's like swinging from one side all the way to the other.
How long have you known me? Either we're all in or we're all out. I mean, that's
fair
just the
enough.
way it is. And so I have always had a problem with confession. I mean, I know it's like holy, this is like, and Barry and I talk about this all the time. He's like, you are not a Catholic because you don't believe in confession. Okay. And I'm like, I am a Catholic. That's just part of the Catholic religion I don't believe in.
Well, that's like one of the pillars
To some people.
to the Catholics.
But I don't think I need to like go through somebody.
So this is perfect for you. You can just send a text message to AI Jesus here and confess your sins, and you're
But
clear.
I think it goes back to the time when I was in second grade. I told
Okay.
you that story.
Yeah.
I mean, so, I've had like bad memories. I mean, even today, I can't sing in church. I know.
You
You're probably
can't
surprised.
sing in church or the grocery store, here in studio.
No, because you know what? When I would sing in church, the nuns would come over to me and they would hit me over the hand with the ruler and they'd say, stop making fun of the songs. And I'm like,
Oh, because
Like,
your singing
I'm
was
like-
that bad.
It's like, I was just singing. And I can't even today, I go to church and Joe's all sitting there. She's all singing all next door. And David's all singing. And I'm sitting there like,
Just humming? You don't even hum
I
along?
don't even hum. Not even humming. But AI Jesus. Sacrilegious.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sacrilegious. And this is being sponsored by the church
Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe they just don't have enough priests to do the whole thing.
because it's a tourist trap. They want to get people to go to that church. They want money. If you ask me, that's why they're doing it. False prophet.
I don't think so. Have you ever been to confession?
No, I've
You
never
want
been.
anything you want to confess to me right now?
Not you. Can you promise me eternal salvation? Nope.
I could promise you a couple of jokes. You're like, I'd rather have this.
I'd rather go to hell.
Ow! Oh, that would hurt even me. It's Kim Komando today, and in case you're wondering, is this the Kim Komando show? No, it's not the Kim Komando show. That's a whole different animal. What you want to do is wherever you get your podcast, you just search for Kim Komando show, and that's Komando. Kim Komando show. And that's, it's kind of a big deal. It's 4 hours now. It used to be 3 hours. Now it's 4 hours.
And the podcast consists of all 4 hours.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And, but, you don't have all the commercials.
Right. Yeah. There's less commercials. So it's like, an hour and 4 minutes then?
Ow.
It's a joke.
You know what?
It's a commercial radio joke. It's not a joke towards you.
You hurt my, I don't know what did you just like wake up this morning and say, like, I'm going to be so mean to Cam?
It's not about being
After
mean.
I invited you to my Christmas party. That's the way you are.
It's the opportunity to deliver a good joke. It has nothing to do with who's on the other end. I thought it was funny.
You know what? For those of you who are watching, I would like you to comment. I mean, help me out here. If you think like he's being too harsh.
Yeah, I wonder who they're going to side with, me or you.
All right, self-driving cars. I hated my Tesla. I couldn't stand it.
I love self-driving cars.
Hated it.
Waymo or Waymo, however you're supposed to say
Waymo.
it. I love those cars. I think the concept is amazing. I can't believe the technology actually is real and it works. And now we have a study out that says self-driving cars are the safest thing on the road.
Really?
Unless it's dusk, dawn, or they're turning.
What?
No,
what
so
was
they're
that?
so safe unless it's dusk, dawn, or they're turning.
All right, so if they're going straight
At noon,
then it's good.
safest thing on the road.
All right, so
So here's the statistics. Dusk and dawn, a self-driving car actually has more tendency to get in an accident than it does compared to the human counterpart. 5 times more of a chance.
Ouch. And you're
Yes.
still going to get in one?
Absolutely. Turning's not that bad. Twice as many accidents happen in self.
That's not a problem. That's not a
It's not
problem
as
at all.
bad as 5%.
For sure. For sure.
But they are safe. Relatively, they are safe. And human drivers aren't safe either. So we're comparing apples to apples. Both vehicles are unsafe. It's unsafe to be on the roads. But the problem is that people just don't believe that they're safe. Still, 70% of people think they will never get in a automated self-driving car because they think they're going to die.
I'm not getting one.
Oh, I love them.
I'm not. Well, you know what? Because I had another thing, a bad experience with a Tesla,
Okay.
where I put it in full self-driving mode,
Right.
and I had the Tesla Plaid, because you know me, either go big or go home.
Correct.
Okay. So I get the Plaid, and I'm so excited about this Plaid. And by the way, the only way that you can tell that somebody spent the extra money for the Plaid is in the back of the car. There's this little decal.
Right.
That
But
says, it doesn't even say anything. Just like, "Wah."
that's some catchy decal.
Well, because it does. It looks like somebody was like on LSD or something. Because it's just a whole bunch of lines.
How long did you keep your Tesla?
Oh, I had it for about 2 weeks, and I tried to give it back to him,
That's what I thought. You didn't keep it for very long.
but I couldn't give it back to him. They wouldn't take it back
Why?
because they said you just bought it,
Right.
and I'm like, yeah, but I don't like it. I'm gonna give it back. I mean, I buy clothes on Amazon, and I take them back.
Right.
Okay. No, they wouldn't take it back. So then I had to go find a buyer.
So you had the car, you put it in self-driving mode, and something bad happened.
Well, I would have run into a ditch,
Mm-hmm.
a truck, a motorcycle. I actually blew through a stop sign.
Why are you in such a busy area? I mean, it's just because
Okay,
were you in Bangladesh or?
No, I was in Santa Barbara. Okay, let me tell you something. Santa Barbara has 80,000 people that live there. Okay, and I was at Hope Ranch. That's where all the poo-poo exclusive people live. Where there's like the only thing that you have on the road are horses,
Right.
and trucks and motorcycles and stop signs. Okay, just blew right through 'em. But that ludicrous mode, that was pretty something. I mean, that was like
Do you use Waymo in the Valley?
never.
It's so cool. I actually feel safer than I do when I'm getting in an Uber. Because an Uber
I could
driver
see
is
that.
checking their phone, looking for their next ride, daydreaming. This car is so amazing. It's a Jaguar. First of all Waymos are Jaguars. Why are you giving that face?
It's not a Jag. Okay, I have a 1964 Jag.
Okay. This is a little newer than that.
Okay, let me tell you something. That is a Jag.
Okay.
Those Waymos look like a little Ford Fiesta POS. Okay? They don't look like a Jag. Doesn't have like that long, sexy nose that the Jag has.
What's a different make and model, but it's still a Jaguar. It's a nice car. I'm not getting
They're made
into
in India.
a Kia.
Okay, they used to be made in England. Okay, that was when it was a Jaguar.
Oh, gosh, I didn't know I would send you down this.
No, I was just telling you. That's a Jag.
They're nice, and I feel they're so safe. I told you the story the first time I got in one. A car was trying to pass, and the Waymo slowed down so the car could get over, so it would keep the passengers safe.
I was in an Uber in Los Angeles, and we were running late to the airport. And I said to the guy, I said, I'm big, SUV, one of those big black cars. And said, we're kind of late, so if you can go a little, figure out a shortcut or something, that'd be pretty awesome. And
That's not what you said. You said speed and get me there now.
probably,
Yeah.
Mr. Uber driver. So he pulled out. He goes, "Oh, okay, not a problem." He pulls out like a cop's siren and light and puts it on the top.
Are you serious? They have some lax rules there in California.
I'm sitting there like going, "Not a problem here."
It's your ticket, not mine, bud.
Man, so we're gonna be talking about checks.
What?
Ian's coming
Oh, okay.
for a Gen Z Made Easy,
Yes.
and we're gonna talk about. Have you seen the new Jaguar commercial?
No, is this the same company you were just crapping on?
Yeah, wait till you see. We're really gonna crap on it now.
Okay, good.
Hey, it's Kim Commando today. Just a reminder, Hey, it's Kim Commando today. Just a reminder. Make sure that you like, comment, share,
Subscribe.
follow. Subscribe. Yes. Do you know, Ian? We are only what?
Less than 200.
200 people from hitting.
I could maybe pull some strings.
Why haven't
I could
you?
send out a story or whatnot.
Get to it.
Yes. Help the family.
I would if she would stop buying me these extra small T-shirts that she likes doing. That way she can laugh at me when I'm walking around the house.
He had one on the other day. For Christmas, I buy him always underwear, socks,
Right?
and T-shirts that are just a little too small.
You're way too small.
It's Christmas. Not
ridiculous.
April Fools.
No, what you can do is you go to like Nordstrom Rack or Saks off Fifth Avenue. You can buy like not old, but like Puma shirts or like just like really bad shirts for
Right.
like $5.
Oh, so they're just pranks.
Yeah, it's just a prank.
Extra small too.
Extra small.
Yeah,
Well, maybe you're just growing.
maybe.
That could be
I
it.
could
All
still
right.
be growing.
So should I buy a small now or medium?
Probably medium would be
All right.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it in.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So for those of you who are new, Ian is my son, and he's here to do a segment, which you're doing every week now. And wait, have you seen the views?
No.
Tons of views.
Great.
It's good.
For Gen Z Made Easy. And one thing that I know, Andrew, that we're both into cars.
Yes.
And so, Ian, tell us what's going on with, is it Jaguar or Jaguar?
I only know how they say it on the commercials. Jaguar.
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 See, when it was made in England, you could say it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But now that the cars are made in India,
How would you say it now?
Jaguar.
Ready to be
I'd just say
canceled. in
Jaguar.
5,
Yeah.
4.
Bankrupt. That's what I would say.
Yeah, bankrupt. I like
Yeah.
that.
Bankrupt is a good one for that. But would you describe yourself as someone who, lives vivid?
No.
No.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to go with
Do
no
you
just
do
to be
you
on the safe
dream
side.
endlessly?
No, I don't even remember my dreams.
Or do you copy nothing?
I copy it.
Okay.
He copies me.
I don't think a Jaguar is a good car for
No,
you.
why not?
Because these are the buzzwords in their new, very woke, very colorful commercial that they just did, which featured no cars. It looked like a skincare commercial to me. It had nothing to do with...
No cars?
No.
It's hard to sell a car when you don't show me the car.
I think
car.
so.
No
Jaguar is a racing brand, luxury brand with its roots in England from 1935. It's a major part of British racing history. They made one of the first hypercars in the 90s. It's called the XJ220.
I knew that.
Which
Obviously.
Andrew probably has one sitting outside. So they've been around for a while, and for the past few years they haven't been doing too well. People have gone on to other brands or whatnot.
Why don't you think why couldn't they keep the momentum going?
The quality has gone downhill.
Yeah, it has.
Ever since they sold in 2008 and then merged with Land Rover in 2013, they started outsourcing and making their cars in India as opposed to the UK. Took a major quality dip, and the depreciation saw that on the cars too. People decided, well, I might just go with a Mercedes or a BMW if I'm paying the same price, rather just get all the crinkly plastic everywhere every time I put my hand around. But they decided in September to stop selling any cars. They said they're going to take a 1-year break off of making or selling any cars.
Well, that's why there's no cars in the ad. They have none to sell.
That's why, yeah. With the exception of the Waymo car, which is the only car that they produce currently. But now,
told you it was Jaguar.
they came back with a boom with
this commercial.
With this commercial that is pretty crazy. If we could pull it up, would be amazing.
You have to watch it. Now, you have to describe what's going on for our people.
So first we see a yellow elevator door open. It says create exuberant. Now we have people in kind of wacky costumes here. Live vivid. You got a guy splashing paint everywhere. Delete the ordinary. Break molds.
Holding one of those hammers.
Holding the hammer. And then we got a bunch of people looking both ways. Copy nothing. Then
What
they
is that?
walk
They're sitting
away.
on a rock?
Sitting on a rock in what looks like Mars or something. And the whole Jaguar with it used to have the Jaguar animal that would be pouncing above it. That was the famous
yeah,
logo.
You're right. I forgot about that. Yes.
And now they decided to go with kind of like the little Helvetica font or something that's going on there.
You know, I read something that one executive for Jaguar said they wanted people to watch that commercial and to feel uncomfortable. Okay.
Well, they did just that.
Okay, I felt uncomfortable looking at the skinny Asian guy with the yellow inner tube around him.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you think about it? Because this is your first time seeing it. I watched it a few times.
Does this make you want to hop into a Jaguar?
My only reaction is, what the was that?
Sorry, we'll have to bleep that.
We're bleeping that one.
What the hell? That's not a car commercial. That's a nothing commercial. I don't know what I'm supposed to do after I watch that.
Okay, when you peel away from everything, okay, a lot of colors.
Yeah.
Very colorful.
Okay, a lot of what? Diversity.
Yes.
Sure. That first person that opens with a person with afro that has a piece missing. Someone stole a piece of their afro. Did you see that?
And I thought my shirts were tight too.
His tights were, and his pants were tight too.
They were wearing an extra small or something.
I don't know. He had a potato down there.
Oh. Okay, well.
But they're talking about.
I don't even.
a dick joke.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
But they want to say they wanted diversity, inclusiveness. They want to be unified and they want to be cultured.
But is that the people who buys their
That's
brand?
not the demographic.
This
the
is what they're
demographic
going
is
after.
businessmen,
Right.
businesswomen in their, middle age who want to drive a luxury car.
That missed the mark.
No, that's for diversity. They have what's called a DEI designation now at the company.
Right.
Mhm.
They have 15 of them.
15 at one company that's not making any cars?
Yes.
Well, they're going to reveal their next car at Art Basel, which they've already shown a teaser
Miami?
of. Yes, on December 3rd. And they're
What's
going
Art
to.
Basel?
It's like this whole little art festival thing.
It's a big deal.
So who are they targeting with that then?
I don't know, Ian. Who do you think they're targeting?
I think they're trying to
Millennial?
get into this
No.
whole Gen Z millennial age
Gen Z
group.
can't
but
afford an apartment, let alone a
that's-
Jaguar.
That's the issue. So maybe their new car might be kind of a Tesla Model 3 wannabe.
affordable.
Yeah.
I wonder what the car is going to identify as.
Vroom, vroom.
I like that. But seriously, if I were to just show you that ad, like you just saw, and you had no context,
what would you think it was?
what would you think?
That's a good
Are
question.
you taking away the Jaguar at the end?
Yes.
I would think it's for a fashion brand.
Yeah,
that's a
like
good
That's a
Louis
good
Vuitton
one.
or a cologne, a
I
perfume
could
or a
see that.
cologne.
I can
Yeah.
see perfume.
That works there.
Cologne.
They're always oddball
Makeup?
commercials. Yeah. but definitely not a car company.
No, they got those weird buzzwords too.
No, I do.
Yeah.
I was too much paying attention to the guy missing a piece of his
Yeah.
afro to even read anything that was on the
Yeah,
screen.
you actually looked visibly disturbed.
It's just weird. If I
Yeah.
said, hey, I'm going to show you a commercial for Kraft macaroni and cheese, and then it was just someone licking a yo-yo for 15 seconds, you would be weirded out too.
I wonder how much were you able to see, Ian, how much they spent on that?
I only could imagine it would be in the high six,
Oh, yeah.
7 figures.
Oh, yeah.
They went to a marketing. This has probably been in the works for months.
Yeah.
Multiple meetings, layers upon layers of people, and everybody's just like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
And then they had to pick the right people. Because, I mean, everyone has a distinctive look.
oh yeah.
It's
But I
true.
did read that there are different cultures except for anybody who is Hispanic.
Really?
Oh,
But that's how I read that. I don't know. I didn't look at it close enough to actually see that. And I don't know if somebody was actually just, putting
Maybe that guy just didn't show up for the shoot that day.
He's like, I am not wearing a green tutu.
Yeah.
Exactly.
he got the costume and he decided it's not worth it. So,
So if they're going after your generation and millennials, okay, obviously they're not going after me.
Yeah.
And they're not going after Andrew.
No.
Okay. Is there anything in that ad that made you look at it and say, like, I'm excited for Art Basel?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think it's going to be a case study on how to destroy a brand's heritage for the last nearly 100 years, British racing heritage. That's why so many people in the UK drive Jaguars, because of
sure.
the history behind it. And they made a car that Enzo Ferrari said, which you were talking about, the 1964 E-Type. He said that was the most beautiful car ever created.
Are you familiar with Top Gear?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
One of my favorite shows.
To have Jeremy Clarkson watch that commercial.
Well, funny enough,
then
I saw he actually liked an Instagram reel where they were making fun of that Jaguar ad.
Oh, okay.
So he's
Yeah.
on board with it.
He would go crazy. for
Yeah.
And
that.
what did they do to, like you were talking about, Ian, the font? What was that
Completely
font?
changed the font, and it's bizarre. It doesn't make any sense. It needs to go away.
You don't even need font with the Jaguar. It's just that logo of the cat.
That's it.
That you're like, wow,
gone.
that's a Jaguar.
That's
gone.
it. It's gone.
It's all gone. Hey, it's Kim Commando today. It's your last chance to enter to win that brand new iPhone 16 Pro. You want to go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. And then if you're listening to this after Monday, well, we're going to be giving away a $500 Amazon gift card. So this way you can have some great Christmas gifts, right? And in case you want to buy me something, you could you could go to winfromkim.com. Winfromkim.com.
You ever heard of hacktivism?
Never.
Hacktivism.
Yeah, we had a
That's where
case of hacktivism this
Well,
week.
I know what it is, but you
Okay.
explain what that
What
is.
is that?
It's where you hack someone digitally
Sure.
because of who they are, what they represent.
Okay.
Not because you're going to have a financial gain because of it. You're sending a political message through your hacking. And that happened this week with Andrew Tate. I'm sure you're familiar with Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
And he has it used to be called Hard Knocks University or something.
Hustlers University,
Yeah.
and now it's. I know he bought university.com.
The Real World is
The
now
Real
what he calls
World,
it now.
yeah.
And he's got like 100,000 active members, which he claims at $50 a pop. But that's pretty good.
Wait, so he's got 100,000 active members.
Which he claims.
Okay. At
Yeah.
$50 each a month?
Yes, a month.
And what do you get for your $50?
Man training. I mean, it's supposed to be training you how to make money online and hustle to make $10,000 every single month. And this is not me. Don't come after us. Don't sue us. Pretty much anyone who's gone there has said it's just a pyramid scheme.
Okay.
And that, you can make money, but if you're at the bottom of the pyramid, you're obviously not. And that he's making all of his money off the subscriptions. So they do online chats and videos, and he'll do presentations. And last week, he was doing one online, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, all these emojis started appearing in the chat. And they were gay flags and two cats kissing and a picture of his butt. And they were just coming in the chat over and over and over again. And these were the hackers sending the message that we've accessed your, what was it called again? Hustlers University?
Yeah.
Hustlers University. And we have all the information. The 800,000 users, that doesn't mean he had 800,000 people paying him, at least the information of 800,000 people who had an account. 300,000 emails, But they also had all of the text of the internal chats, 395 groups, and they released everything on the internet as hacktivism to get back at him.
Okay, what's the internal chats? What is that?
When he's messaging people about making deals or people inside.
Oh, so his personal stuff.
Wow.
His personal and the personal stuff he was doing with the people that were paying him $50 a month as he mentored them in Hustlers University. So it's now all available online. And the only reason they did it is because of who he is, what he represents online. And they pretty much hate him.
And so what were they trying to
They're trying to
accomplish?
cripple him.
Oh.
They're trying to hurt his business. They're trying to expose everything that he does. Because, I mean, a lot of people, and again, I don't know. I haven't logged on. I don't know. A lot of people think he's a scammer. He's a rip-off artist. He's running a pyramid scam, and that he's negative. I mean, obviously he's negative. That's all of his content is. He hates women. He thinks women are feeble and unintelligent. So that's what the character he plays online. But then obviously he got charged with serious crimes internationally, and he's trying to rebuild his brand. But they went after him.
What do you think of that, Ian? Because I know that you've sent me Andrew Tate.
Yeah,
videos.
we've looked at some of his videos.
I've sent some of I got to tell you, some of them I do think he's got a message.
Well, he's a great orator.
Yes.
I mean, he obviously is a great speaker and he's a good presenter, but some of the stuff that it's rooted is pretty negative.
Yeah, it can be pretty negative. I think he says a lot of outlandish stuff just to get the views and the clicks. But, Mom, like you said, some of the stuff that he does say, genuinely, what he speaks to, it kind of resonates with me a little bit.
And it makes sense. Like one of the ones I sent you recently, it pops up on my feed.
Yeah,
was about how at your stage in life is that you have to focus on you, focus on what your goals are, what your accomplishments are, and women will come later, but this is your time to shine in your early 20s and until you hit about 30, that you're going to establish yourself and you're going to do everything you can to perfect whatever craft that you're in. Okay. And I know he's got some weird stuff going on in the background.
And this is also part of his rebrand. He's trying to build himself back up. So it's still on the pro man side of it, but the tone has less of an edge.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Because I haven't, I'm new to the Andrew Tate bandwagon.
He's been around for a long time.
yeah.
He was what, a fighter?
Yeah, he was a 4-time kickboxing world champion.
And then he wasn't born in the UK, right?
He was born in, I believe it was Indiana, and then he spent a few years of his life there, and then he moved to the UK, this place called Luton.
For a guy who was born in Indiana, he's got a pretty thick
I think
British
he moved
accent.
when he was 3 or 4.
Okay.
So then he moved to this place called Luton, England. It's north of London. Spent most of his life there.
Then how did he end up in Romania and with a pizza box and didn't get the free garlic bread? I mean, what was going on with that?
I don't know. I really don't know too much. He's a very elusive guy.
There's a lot of charges that he is facing when it comes to sexual assault, sex trafficking.
Do you think that's probably part of the hacktivism?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And the hacktivists, the hacktivists don't like him because people are still following him. He still has a large following where A, he's been accused of all this, and B, he's so negative towards women. That's why they're coming after him. They want to take him down.
He can be negative against women.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
especially at his peak.
At his peak, yeah.
But he toned that down, though.
Well, he had to. I mean, he was losing people. He was losing the message. And also everything that was happening in the real life was reflecting badly on whatever character, I'll call it a character, whatever persona he had online.
Character. I think you're right.
I think it's a character. And the issue is that he had made a bunch of YouTube videos, kind of saying not so nice stuff about women 10 years ago.
Like, what would he say? I don't know.
One thing that he believes is that, is that his wife this is not a terrible thing, but he believes that his wife shouldn't work. But if she wants to work, then he's fully supportive of her working. But he wants to play the masculine role in the family. So, and provide for his family. But he has said a lot of worse stuff about women. But he chalks it up to having a YouTube account 10 years ago with 300 subscribers, and now last year was the most Googled man in the world. So he says that a lot of statements 10 years ago don't reflect his views now.
Part of the rebrand.
Yep.
Yes, part of the rebrand.
I mean, he knows how the ultra stuff got him in trouble. And it worked to a point, but there was a breaking point.
Exactly.
A breaking point where police were kicking down his door, where he became a target. So he's trying to rebrand. I don't know if it's going to be successful or not, but
was there anything telling in everything that got released?
it hasn't been combed through yet.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's so
That's
much
going to be really
information.
interesting to see what they come up with.
Right. If there's anything in there where he admits that what he's doing is an act or it's fraudulent,
oh, that's going to be so bad.
It will kill him.
That it's going to be.
You
so
can't
bad.
rebrand
nervous.
that. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, no, that's going to be pretty awful. Hacktivism.
That reminds me of like the Anonymous group
Pretty
from
much.
back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, because they didn't hack anyone for money or anything like that. They would only hack for justice, they would say.
Have they changed, though? Have they turned to a for-profit organization?
I don't know if they're still really around.
No, people had used the V for Vendetta mask to make videos online. But you're right. I don't know if the core members of Anonymous
they
are
haven't
there.
really been doing anything lately.
No, not really. There's too many real hackers in the world to worry about.
And they're making so much money. It's like, you know what? Forget that activism stuff.
Right.
We can go steal $1 million from a 79-year-old guy who thinks that he's going to marry Alexis, the WWE wrestler.
Cha-ching.
True story, by the way.
I know. Isn't that ridiculous?
Heartbreaking.
I got to get into that business. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, we got a guy right now who thinks he's going to marry Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A caller?
Yeah, I got to help him out.
Save him.
I am.
He
Nolan,
might. He
call
might.
me.
He might.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. Internet's a big place.
Okay, well, here's what. So, like, Betty, Reese's mother, reached out to this guy and said, I can't find a suitable man for my daughter. But I know you're retired.
You check all the boxes, Nolan.
And, Reese is a billionaire, but she still can't find.
It's tough.
It's
a tough world out there.
And I know that you want to meet Reese, and so.
So how do we arrange this meeting?
You're going to have to pay me.
How much?
So the first check was $45,000.
Just take away the computer and the phone.
Okay.
And don't let him go near a library.
And now she wants $16,000 more.
But if you think about that, this investment right here, where he's why is he giving her money? What's the reason?
Oh, because Betty, Reese's mother, needs the money in order to pay for the airline ticket to get. It's like
okay. Well,
it's just
think about this: is that these
thing.
travel expenses to get in Reese Witherspoon billionaire? This is like buying Microsoft in the '80s. So he's getting in on the ground floor right here.
You sound like Andrew Tate.
I know Reese can't afford her own plane.
No.
Just a bit.
She needs Nolan.
Oh, Nolan, don't do it, Nolan.
Call her Nolan. She's gonna help
Nolan,
you.
don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
This program is a copyrighted production of Westar Multimedia Entertainment and protected by the copyright laws. Any rebroadcast or use of this program for commercial, business, economic, or financial purposes without the written permission of Westar Multimedia Entertainment is strictly prohibited.